Hey guys, Sarah here from Recovering Book Hoarder, and it is my favorite time of the month. It is time to choose my TBR for the month of September. Now, I think I'm a glutton for punishment because I have decided not only am I going to do my wheels like I normally do for the month, but I'm also going to participate in 2 month-long read-a-thons. The first one is the Adventures Through Wonderland read-a-thon, which is being hosted by Alexandra Rosalind, Kalena Bridget, I hope I said that right, JD Ray Reads, and then Gab over at How to Train Your Gavin. So going to be doing that, which runs through the whole month of September. And I really went back and forth with whether or not I was going to do both of them. Ultimately decided I do really want to do Becca's Bookopoly also. Because of that, I am not going to have my normal punishment this month. If I do not get to everything, typically whatever I don't get to, I have to unhaul. I'm not gonna do that this month because there's just going to be so many books to read that just doesn't seem fair. So if I don't get to something this month, instead of punishing myself, I'm just going to push it into October. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started with my TBR wheel. All right, rule number 1. Okay, for rule number 1, we had the race-related prompt, and for that, I chose "You Can't Touch My Hair" by Phoebe Robinson, and other things I still have to explain. So this is, I think, falls under comedy, but true also. So funny but true, hopefully. I really need some light stuff for this month for my mental health. So, all right, that was rule number 1. Let's go on to, let's go on to spin number 2. Okay, for spin number 2, we got mental or physical health, and for that I chose Autism in Heels by Jennifer Cook O'Toole, and this is a memoir by a woman who was diagnosed with Asperger's at the age of 35. For those of you that don't know, I have a daughter who is diagnosed with level 1 autism. She's 11, and I'm really getting into books written by or about girls on the spectrum once they get a little bit older. So excited for this one. All right, spin number 3. Okay, so for spin number 3, this is awesome. Landed on favorite author, and for that I chose J.R. Ward's latest release from the Black Dagger Brotherhood world. This is The Jackal. This is the first in a spin-off, which is the Prison Camp series. So really looking forward to this because, I just love J.R. Ward so much. I love her. Okay, spin number 4. All right, for spin number 4, we got Christian fiction, and for that I chose No One Ever Asked by Katie Ganshert, and this is about a school district in Missouri, that it's an impoverished school district, and it loses its accreditation and internal of its federal funding. So the kids from this school have to be bused to another district, and this is all about what that looks like. I think prejudices in that town against the students that are being bused into it and have to go there now. So it sounds really good. I love Katie Ganshert. I think she's amazing. So we'll see how this one goes. So those are all the spins I'm going to do for my TB wheel this month. I think I normally do 6, but because I've got so much going on, we're going to go ahead and move on to my series wheel and see what series I will be continuing with this month. Okay, so for the series, we are going to be continuing and actually finishing out the Women of Genesis series with the book Rachel and Leah. This is by Orson Scott Card, and this takes a look at women that are introduced to us in the book of Genesis. The first two were Sarah and then Rebecca. So book 1 was Sarah, book 2 was Rebecca, and now we have Rachel and Leah. I really enjoyed the other two in the series, so I'm hoping that I enjoy this one just as much. Okay, now we're going to move on to my 20 in 2020 wheel and see what book we get on that. Okay, so for 20 in 2020, we got Tangerine by Christine Mangan, I believe is how you pronounce it. So this is a book about two women that are estranged. They were really, really good friends. I think they were roommates at one point. And the one friend's husband goes missing, I believe, and it is a thriller. So we'll see. I heard this, somebody talked about this. I cannot remember who it was. So Booktuber I really like, and they liked it a lot. So I don't think this gets necessarily the best reviews on Goodreads, but the Booktuber, which I would give credit to them, I seriously can't remember who it was, who talked about it, really did like it. So I am going to go with the recommendation and hope I enjoy it just as much. So the last wheel that I am going to spin this time is my library wheel to see what I will be taking out of the library this month. Okay, so this month I'm going to be taking The Operator by Gretchen Berg out of the library, and I can't remember much about this one. I believe it's about a switchboard operator who overhears conversations. She's not supposed to listen in on other people's conversations, but she does, and I think she hears something juicy one night. I'm pretty sure that's what it's about. I think it's a fairly short read too, so. All right, so those are my wheels. All my wheel picks for this month. All right, so now we are going to talk about what I am going to be reading for Adventures Through Wonderland, which is a middle grade readathon, and I already went through who's hosting that. I'm going to go ahead and leave the links for each of the 4 hosts. I'm going to leave the links for their original announcement down below in the details section. All right, so the first prompt is Down the Rabbit Hole. Read a book set in another world. All right, now I'm kind of cheating for this because this is supposed to be all middle grade, and the book that I picked for this one is actually a young adult, but it is an Alice in Wonderland retelling, so it really works with this readathon, and so I'm going to go ahead and make an exception. This is the only exception to the middle grade rule for this one, and that is Splintered by H.E. Howard. Okay, then it is the next spot on the map is the Flower Garden, and that is Read an Aesthetically Pleasing Book. And for that, I chose Winter House by Ben Guterson. And okay, so it's an awesome cover. It has, so it's like that on the front, and then it shows all these, it's like windows to these people here. So like that alone is aesthetically pleasing, but then there's also illustrations all throughout the book. It's not a graphic novel, but it's kind of somewhat of an illustrated novel, which I really like. I got this not too long ago, and I've been really psyched to read it, so this is what we are going for with this one. And I also love the trope of where the house is a major character, and I believe this is going to be one of those books. All right, so our next spot is Eat Me, Drink Me, Make Yourself a Cozy Reading Snack. Obviously, I'll do that while I'm reading at some point. The White Rabbit's House, pick up a book for a cozy night in. I do that pretty much every night. Okay, number 5, The Queen of Hearts Palace, pick a book you think you'll love. All right, for that I picked The Magic Misfits by Neil Patrick Harris, and this is the first in a series. I have no idea how many books are in the series. I know for sure there's at least 2 out. There's probably more than that. So this is another one that has illustrations all through it, and it just sounds like so much fun. This was recommended to me by one of my family members who bought it for, I think for one of her grandkids, and I'm telling you, I think it's been on our shelf for like 3 or 4 years since it got, I think I bought it whenever it first came out. And let's see, when did it come out? It came out in 2017. So I've had it for 3 years at this point. So getting to this, I always thought I was going to love it. Just hadn't picked it up. Okay. Prompt number 6 is Cheshire Cat to pick a strange and mysterious book. Right, for that, I picked another house as a character book, and that is The House of Secrets by Chris Columbus and Ned Vizzini. Beveled Edges. I know not everybody loves Beveled Edges. I love Beveled Edges. And again, it's another really pretty book. There are some illustrations in this one too, it looks like. Yeah, not a ton, but there are some. And I mean, it just sounds fun. I mean, it's blurbed by J.K. Rowling on the back. It says a breakneck, jam-packed roller coaster of an adventure about the secret power of books. House of Secrets comes complete with 3 resourceful sibling heroes, a seriously creepy villainess, and barrel loads of fantasy and fear. So, sounds super fun. All right, and then the last one is the bonus pick, which is the group pick. And that is The Train to Impossible Places by P.G. Bell. It says, come rain, shine, or meteor shower, the Impossible Postal Express will deliver. And it says, a train that travels through impossible places, a boy trapped in a snow globe, and a girl who's about to go on the adventure of a lifetime. I just think this sounds like another awesome, fun book. So I am really excited about all these books for this readathon. I love middle grade. I think all of them, pretty much all of them are fantasy. So yeah. Okay, those are my picks for that. Now, okay, already at, let's see here. How many books are we at? Already at 12 books. Let's add a couple more by playing Becca's Bookopoly. All right, guys, we are going to try Bookopoly here. Now, please excuse if the board doesn't look great. I mean, Becca's board looks great that she did, but I do not have the best tripod for filming straight down onto a surface, which is why my TBR game is the wheels on my camera. So I'm going to try my best here. I am using the Arrow clips that came in the Owl Crate box, I think 2 times ago, as my little piece. And yeah, so I've got the cheat sheet here in case I have questions about what anything means. And all right, we're gonna roll. I'm gonna do the 5 rolls, and I am gonna count doubles. So here we go. That is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, our first roll is TBR Vet. All right, so for roll number 1, we got TBR Vet. And for that one, according to Goodreads, the book that's been on my TBR for the longest is 13 Little Blue Envelopes by Maureen Johnson. And this is about a girl whose aunt dies. I believe her and her aunt were very close. They always, her aunt was always sent her letters. And after she dies, 3 months after she dies, she receives an envelope in the mail that has $1,000 and a passport or something like that. And it is a scavenger hunt, a worldwide scavenger hunt, where she has to go and pick up the other 12 letters that her aunt has left her. So sounds fun. This is actually the first in a duology, and yeah, like it's, you know, like I said, it's been on my TBR for quite a while. So we'll finally be picking this one up. All right, time for roll number 2. Ooh, doubles. First doubles, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, middle grade. All right, so for roll number 2, we landed on middle grade. So for that, we are going to read A Pinch of Magic by Michelle Harrison. Again, first book in a series. No idea how many are in the series. But it's another, there's 3 sisters, a curse. Yeah, 3 sisters trapped by an ancient curse, 3 magical objects with the power to change their fate. Will they be enough to break the curse, or will they lead the sisters even deeper into danger? All right. Just so much middle grade this month. I'm okay with that. Okay, roll number 3 of what will now be 6. Oops, messing up my little cards here. All right, we got a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is a standalone. Okay, so for roll number 3, we got a standalone, and for that we are reading One to Watch by Kate Stayman London, and this is about a really famous plus-size vlogger, not vlogger, blogger, she's a bloggess, a plus-size bloggess who calls out the equivalent show to our Bachelor or Bachelorette on how the women on the shows are not real women, and there's never any plus-size women, there's never any kind of diversity at all, and the showrunner gets fired, a new showrunner is hired and asks her to be the next equivalent of the Bachelorette. So I've taken a gander through here, and there's a lot of like text messages, blog posts, that kind of things. Always makes a book quicker to read, and I just think that kind of thing's a lot of fun. So, all right, here's our standalone. Okay, roll 4 of 6. 3. 1, 2, 3. Fire on cover. Okay, so for roll number 4, we got Fire on the Cover, and this was actually not easy at all for me to find a book that had fire on the cover. Had a lot that water on the cover, so in the future that's good to know, I guess. But the first one I could find was Armada by Ernest Cline, and you can see there's fire coming out of the sky here. So Ernest Cline wrote Ready Player One, which is one of my absolute favorite books of all time. This one is about, I believe, a boy who plays this Armada video game all the time, and then all of a sudden life starts to imitate the video game, and I think he's the only person that can save the world from these aliens that invade, or something along those lines. So reading this. Okay, roll 5 of 6. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Community Shelf. Okay, that is this one. And it is a Cassidy pick. So we're going to have my daughter pick a book for me. Roll number 5 was Cassidy's pick. And I was originally going to choose a couple of books and ask her to pick from those. And she said, no, I'll pick what I want. So what she chose, and this goes with the other read-a-thon really well, but she picked Alice's Wonderland, a visual journey through Lewis Carroll's Mad World. And this is just a beautiful book. It has all kinds of art that has the other people have done for Alice in Wonderland, and then I believe it gives like the history behind the art also. So I love this picture. I love Alice. Alice is one of my absolute favorite characters, favorite stories, and it's just, I love it so much. My husband's actually going to Disney coming up in October. Yes, I'm not going. But his task is to find me some Alice memorabilia. All right, hopefully our last roll, 6 of 6. And it is our last roll. Got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Randomize your TBR. All right, so we're gonna do a random number generator. Okay, so we had to do 6 rolls because I hit doubles, and for this last roll, I got randomize. So I did a, you guys saw the number random generator and got number 71. I'm gonna say this is the one on my TBR that I am the least excited about, just because, like I said, I was looking for some lighter reading this month. And I got Confessions by St. Augustine. And this is a heavy book. It's also not a real short book. It's like 450 pages. So we shall see. I'm not excited about it, but I'm going to. This will probably be my my morning reading for the month, because if you didn't know that, if you've watched my other ones, you know I usually do a 20 Christian books in 2020, and I've actually gotten through all of those books already. So I'll probably do this one for my morning Bible study reading. And so just randomly picking one since that reading challenge for the year is over. So, okay, lots of books. Almost all of them I'm super excited about. Other than Confessions, none of them are huge, and you know, middle grade's pretty quick to get through. So, fingers crossed that I will make it through all these books, because there's a total of 18 books. So, pretty sure that if I read all of these, it will be my best reading month yet. And yeah, oh, I should also say I'm listening to Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer. So that would be 19 books if I get through all of them. We'll see. Hopefully I can do it. All right, guys, have a good one.